All right, now let me just make sure everything's working. So I'm just sending out some links. Sorry, guys. So just bear with me for a tick. I'm just make sure everything's working. That sounds coming through. I'm just give me a minute. Just trying to. It's annoying with all these links and computer stuff and all that. Making it's a lot to get through. So I'm here. Just um, now I've got to put on our Brisbane Lions one as well too. Um, yeah, it's been a good week for me fantasy wise. Brisbane Lions. It was one of those games. We have those games each year. We always seem to. It's always due to rest in Melbourne. We can never beat them. So I'm glad fantasy did all right. I just had Goddard on the bench, which you'll see a bit later. He got 130 on my utility spot, and I couldn't even take his score. But I've got in Sanders this week, so I'll talk about that in a minute as well too. So, which is pretty awesome as well too. Hopefully you're all right, Leverett and Heaney as well too. Uh, well, it's only one game. In 2024, James, we actually were 13th at this time and still won. So you never know. Never know what happens. I'm sure yeah. Sanders, what a legend. I put him in this week, so I was pretty happy with that. All right, now let's. I think I've got all the links sorted up there. All right, now let me just get the sheet up for players to look forward to in round 12 as well too. I've also got that written up. There we go. All right, here I am. G'day. Hopefully you guys are well. All right, now you can see me in the background there. That's the Brisbane Lions made that for me as well too. So that's the cardboard cutout I did a few years ago back as well too. So I'll just quickly go through my team. G'day Kizza. G'day Mitchell. G'day Footy Frenzy. G'day guys. I'll just do a quick recap on my team and then we can have a look at other teams as well too. And also, I also have a preview of the players to look out for as well too. So I can give you a preview of some players to look out for, and then we can get into our teams as well too. So I think that's probably what I can do. As I say, that game, I watched it today, that GWS game, and I was thinking that at least I don't have any Brisbane Lions players, and I've got GWS players. So in a way, it's I kind of dodged the bullets. I don't have Whitfield either, so that was a good thing. So let me go to the points from last week. So I have to go around 11. Here we go. So I end up with a 21.71, which could have been a lot more better. I could have got 22.12, but got back up to 482. So been up and down a bit. So for example, here I'll show you. This is what I mean. So I had Goddard on the utility. I did not think he was going to score that well. I was almost going to trade him out, but I kept him, and his break even has gone low, and he's gone up another 40k. But I brought in Sarong was out this week. So what I decided to do, I thought myself, I didn't want to field Goddard, which kind of I should have done it anyway. I was in two minds. I could have gotten Dacos, but I've never had him before, or I could have gotten a Ford. So I got in Sanders this week. I looked at his playing map the last 3 weeks, and he's been playing pretty around the ground a lot. So that's why I got in Sanders. So he got 107 for me. Green got 90, so still pretty reasonable score. My unique forward line is quite unique. So Ross, Green, and Sanders are all less than 3% ownership. So I felt that my forward line is probably quite unique. I decided I was at work, so I missed out on putting Merritt vice captain. I was telling everyone to put Merritt vice captain or trade him in this week. And then I had it on Roberts from the week before. So I stuck with Roberts, and I thought I'll decide to be playing safe. I'll go over 106, and I kept 106. Plus, I also had 106 from Rashevsky as well. I got Watkins down to Jones, which pretty much made the same price, but I needed to get around 12 by player off, so that's why I got him. And so I was pretty happy with that. So as I say, I was pretty happy with my scores. Wasn't too many dud scores this week. Probably Houston was pretty bad and Dacos not that good, but all the rest seemed to do all right, and I was just happy with that. So, and I thought I was going to fix up the rookies this week, but I thought next week with the 3 trades coming up this week, I thought I'll fix up these rookies this week coming up. So I wanted to make sure my best 22 was there, because the best 22, you'll have 5 weeks now buys, which is best 18. So I thought that's why I better get Sanders. And I knew Sarong would score about 100, and I'm missing out on 100 from Sarong. So that's why I thought I'd go Sanders. But that's pretty much my review for my team. Hopefully that is good. All right. So now I'll get through to some players that we will look forward to preview, and then we can get into some teams as well too. So yeah, as my trade's probably this week coming up, by the way, round 12, everyone's going to still have a buy. So as I say, I'm just going to trade my rookies out, make some cash through there. And I feel like fixing up my rookies will be better, ideally, because I've still got probably quite a few good primos. I've only got LDU out, Zeri out, and Sheasel out this week. They're my three main primos that are out, plus Butters. So I feel like I can cover that all right, because it's best 18 as well too. So I feel that over the next 5 weeks, if you can focus on fixing up your rookies, that'd be the main thing. My last rookie on the field is Murdoch, but looking the way that Goddard played today, he was everywhere. So you never know. He could probably make a way back on the field somehow, and I could probably put a forward midfielder in the midfield as well too. Now that Flanders is defence, I can put him down in defence and put Goddard on the field as well too. And I might trade out Caulfield as well too. He's made his cash. So let's get to our preview of some players, and then we can get into some teams as well too. G'day, Kizza, g'day. I've dropped massively the last couple of weeks, Geordie. Oh no, that's annoying. We'll have a look at that. Your team as well too, as well as Ben and those that have also put their teams in as well. So the players to look out for Thursday. It's annoying. The buys are back again. I love the buys. I the last few years, when I was ranked pretty bad, I jumped quite a bit, and my highest for a buy round was actually second for the week. So I feel that I can navigate the buys, which is all right. So I feel that top 100, I can get back in there. I was actually 19th 4 weeks ago, which is annoying. So I dropped out, but then back in. Hopefully I can get back in again over the buys. So St Kilda versus Hawthorn this week. Sinclair averages 78.83 out of 14 tons. It's quite happy. It's quite hard to score against Hawthorn. I had a top 41 in Supercoach on an early round. Oh, so good. That's really good. I feel that if you can jump quite well in the buy rounds, it really helps, because I find a lot of the scores will be a bit more closer together. Like there'll be a lot of 16 to 1800 scores. But if you can get that 1900 or 2000 score, that's really good for you as well too. Um, there's not really many on the Thursday night really in this one, because Hawthorn are quite restrictive. Carlton versus Geelong on the Friday. We got Smith averaging 85, 2 out of 6 tons, and Walsh averaging 98.9, 4 out of 7 tons. Good questions. I'll get to that about the buys in a second. So I think a lot of people will probably actually have questions about that as well too. So I'll get through these players, and then we can get into the buys talk, and then we can get into the teams. All right. So Walsh averages 98.9, 4 out of 7 tons versus Geelong. So Smith, he wasn't. I think must have been tagged last week. He didn't score that well. Sydney versus Richmond on Saturday. Grundy averages 99.17 out of 15 tons, and Heaney averages 82.7, 5 out of 12 tons versus the Tigers. Tigers seem to be coughing up a bit of points lately. Brisbane Lions versus Fremantle on Saturday. Living in WA, the media is all about flag mantle, but they haven't won a flag yet. So it's going to be crazy week at work, that's for sure. Because it's Brisbane versus Fremantle. Neil averages 102, 4 out of 5 tons. So he does well against his old club, and plus they need to answer back after this week. Last year they got smashed by Gold Coast, and also they got smashed by GWS last year. And same with Melbourne, and they seem to bounce back after those games. So, Fremantle probably due for a loss soon as well too. They've been close in a few games. Bulldogs versus Collingwood. Bontempelli averages 102.5, 7 out of 13 tons. Josh Dacos averages 69.61 out of 7 tons. That's against Bulldogs, against Collingwood. Bulldogs, yes, that's right. And Bontempelli against Collingwood. Now that's the Saturday night. So I'd say the most points that will probably be there on offer will be the Bulldogs and Collingwood game. I didn't mention Sarong because he's out, probably out again this week. And then for Sunday, for our Sunday games, I would say the West Coast Essendon could look at the captain option there. But the only issue now with West Coast, the last 2 weeks they've been tagging now, so it makes it a bit hard to figure out who to put as captain there. Gorn averages 100.2, 7 out of 15 tons versus GWS, and Steele averages 91.6, 4 out of 11 tons. I didn't put Whitfield there because I'm not sure what's going on with Whitfield. And then West Coast versus Essendon, Merritt averages 109.5, 12 out of 14 tons. He had 12 out of 12 tons in a row up until last year as well too against West Coast, so he's actually done quite well. And Roberts averages 60, 0 out of 1 ton, so I've only played him once, so you can't really count that as well too. Yeah, Houston I believe that West Coast were tagging him as well too. So, well, I think he just sucked bad anyway. But I feel that Murdoch was actually tagging Josh Dacos for a bit. I felt like they tagged the wrong Dacos when you think about it. Um, G'day, Andrew, as well. Hopefully you are well. All right. So yes, tips. Do you have tips for jump in the ranks in the buy? Yes. So I like buyers rounds. I've been playing since 2006, and ever since the buys have been around a bit later than that. I seem to jump quite a bit with the buys. So what I like to do, I always have the lower first round buy with less people, and then I have the last round. So for example, in the past, there's been 3 weeks of buys. Like for example, let's say 13, 14, 15, I would have, let's say, an 8, 10, 12 structure over the 3 weeks. However, this year we got 5 weeks of buys, which is I find is annoying because it kind of helps. Well, those that don't like buys, it helps them a lot. But those that do like to jump ranks in buys, it's better to have less 3 weeks of buys rather than 5 weeks of buys, because it's just like going to be a 5 week gap, and I feel that you can spread out players a lot more easier. For example, round 13 buy has GWS and Richmond. So you can stack your team on those players, which I have already. I've got about 7 there, which I probably need to get rid of one of them. I'll probably get rid of Gray because he's done his knee. He probably won't. He's injured as well too, so he's out. So he'll probably be. I'll trade him out. Um, so you want to have lower numbers. So for example, my buy structure at the moment, looking at my buy structure, this is for the week before. I haven't counted it this week, but it was. I wrote down here somewhere. It was. I do this. This is what I write down. Hopefully, you can see this. All right, but I write down my little buy structure. At the moment is 76476. So I got less in the round 14. With actually no 6 now. Sorry, 6 because I traded Watkins out, so I'm down to 6 now. And I've got it'll be 66478 now. That would be my buy structure at the moment. I will need to probably most likely trade around 12 and round 13 buy as well this week, and that way it'll leave me more with round 15, round 16. Just because round 12 everyone's still going to have a buy, I feel the best the best advice for this week, I would say, the reason why I didn't get any rookies this week, because you know how there was Banfield and Ison and all those, I didn't get them this week. Yes, I know I missed out on their cash this week, but the reason I did that is because the best 22, this was the last week for best 22 for the next 5 weeks. Now it's going to be best 18. This will allow you with 3 trades to be able to actually hide behind the best 18, and you can use those 3 trades to fix up your rookies and fix up anything that you need to fix up as well too. So while your best 18 are scoring, at least, like say for example, like your 16th, 17th, 18th player will probably be a rookie still. And like you're probably only going to probably get like about a 50 to a 70. But obviously if you have like 20 players there, then 2 of those will get chopped off as well too. So in a way, the first week, just fix up your buy structure. Make sure your buy structure is fine. If it's fine, then I would just trade in players on the same buy as well too, for example. So that way your fixture doesn't rack up. And then the week after for round 12, once round 12 is finished for round 13, then you can start looking at trading the later buys down to the round 12 buy players. So, for example, my forward line has actually got I've only got 2 on the buy. So I've only got Sheasel and Doverston. and Lombard. Sorry, I forgot Lombard. Sorry. So I've only got these three. Whereas a lot of people will have their Rochelle's and their Adelaide and North Melbourne, Port Adelaide, and Gold Coast. So they might have the Petrarca as well too. So their forward line's going to be a bit down this week. So a reason why I sort of went more unique was more so for the bars as well too. So at the moment, as I say, I've got 6 players on the buy this week. So that's sort of my tip for the buys. All right. Hopefully that sort of covers the buys. As I say, this week is a hard week, obviously, because everyone's going to have a buy. So regardless who you trade in, will get a buy. But best thing is probably to buy, get cash up your sleeve, and then you can go on from there if that makes sense. All right. Now let's have a look at teams. All right. So who was the first one in here? So let's have a look. Let's scroll up. So we got Sean, Sean 93 team name. All right. So we got Sean. And then we will go to uh Kizza and Geordie as well too. So just make sure you say your so make sure, yes, oh yes, Kizza. Sorry, Kizza was first. He jumped in beforehand. So I'll go Kizza, then I'll go Sean if he's around, and then also um, Geordie as well too. So make sure you write your team names down so we can actually have a look. At this stage, Kizza, so you have to let me know what your team name is, so that way I can have a look. And I'll also, what I'll do, I'll share the screen, and I'll also add you as a foe if I haven't got you as a foe yet. So, is your team Wahoo? Is it? What is that? What's your team? Oh, that's your. I don't think that's your team, is it? No, that's not right. That's what you're saying. What's your team name, Kizza? Um, so we'll just wait on Kizza to find out. And yes, awesome. Yes, Kizza fantasize. Kizza fantasy. Uh, uh, my team, it's ironically, by the way, my team name's Brisbane Rule, and I actually have no Brisbane players. I haven't had any Brisbane players all year. All right, here we go. Kizza fantasies. Or all right, I'm gonna mark as a foe. Oh, here we go. Let me share this screen. This should work now. Here we go. We are on. Yes. All right, sweet. So, picture holding basketball. Here we go. Your basketball. Oh, basketball. That's pretty. You're like a Scott Penderbury. Did you know that Scott Penderbury's a basketball background? I never knew that. Oh, by the way, did you know Scott Penderbury broke a record? It was never in the news or anything like that. Oh man, the one time I wanted Eagles to win. Sorry to any Collingwood fans out there, but the one time I wanted Eagles to win was this week because like, uh, the whole media was on about Pendlebury for days and days and days. All right, let's get to Marcus foe. So now he's a foe. So now you're on my list there. Perfect. All right. So great. Well, look, you beat me by 5 points. Very nice. Maybe it was you that put Goddard on my bench as well too. Um, so I can't believe that. So maybe you put Goddard on the bench. I would have beat you, but no, you did all right. That's 21.76. That's a great score as well too. Huge score. So you got 4,000 for the week. You got 13,000 overall, and you got rid of Stina Rochelle. Good trade out. You got Smith in and Banfield. Smith, I wouldn't. It would have been a hard watch because he's playing Sydney as well too, and obviously the James Jordan tag. Let's see. You went Archie Roberts, vice captain. You didn't play it safe, but you got Nick Dacos as captain. Oh, I see. You have. I wonder if you could have. Oh, I see. You didn't have any. Did not players. Damn, because I see you got Resco 106. That would have been awesome to take. Noticed here you got 2 E's here, by the way. So you want to make sure you only have one emergency because it won't count if you have 2 emergencies in one spot. If that does that make sense? Like, unless this team is showing, maybe this team is showing me from the week before. Either way, but yeah, so it's better just to have one emergency. Don't have 2 because you're going to get the lowest one anyway. All right, so all right, sweet. So let's have a look. Let's see count how many one's on the bye actually this week. Sorry, that might work. All right. Oh, good. It tells you here. It's got the little blue things. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got 9 players on the bye this week. So I would suggest you trade all your round 12 bye players, just because you want to have at least players playing this week. So I'll get rid of McAndrew, get rid of Cook. He's time to go now, and you could probably most likely get rid of one more, probably another rookie as well too. So you could probably fix up Edwards. He's not playing as well too. You've got $59,000 in the bank, so what you could do, you could save some cash. You might be able to get, say, like a Bailey Williams or Darcy Cameron as a pod in the ruck. If you had less round 12 bye players, I would have suggested maybe Tristan Xerri because his fixture, he's got West Coast and Richmond over the byes, which are really good. But I would say most likely if you want cash, then you can fix up Cook and you can also fix up Edwards. That way you can get him to like a player plane as well too. Because now you won't, for the next 5 weeks, you won't need a red dot anymore because you're going to get dots from players that are on the bye anyway. So you just have to check your round 15 bye structure because West Coast, I believe, had the round 15 and Collingwood have the round 14. So just keep that in mind. But that could be a sneaky option. That way, it's pretty much you can go straight from McAndrew to that. Whereas I find that Cook and Edwards, you could probably downgrade like to one of the rookies, like maybe like an Ison. Oh no, have you got Ison yet? No, you haven't got Ison. So maybe like you can get an Ison in there as well. So that will be pretty good as well. Jacob Smith, he's got the forward status, so you can actually bring him up forward as well too. So that will help as well to cover your forward line as well because you've got a few there. So that's what I would look at for your team, if that makes sense. Now, hopefully that makes sense. All right, now let's have a look. I've added you to a foe as well too. All right, so now, who was the next one up in line? Someone said from the other chat. Oh yeah, Jaden, was it? All right, so Jaden. Let's have a look for Jaden. It should be under my foes. There we go. Foes. Jaden 12. Oh, yep. There we go. Oh, see, I have to share this again. All right. It's annoying. Every time I click on this one, it always makes me share another page. All right, there we go. There we are. All right, sweet. So Jaden, here we go. So we yes, I feel Cook, Edwards, and McAndrew for you, Kizza, because I feel that as I say, your players on field were fine this week. It's just trying to fix up those red dots as well too. And you're gonna and the good thing about with you got 9 round 12 bye players. So if you cut those 3 down, then you'll have 6, and it'll be a bit more easier to cover those outs because we want to have best 18. But ideally, you want to try and get, say, like maybe like 20 or 21 players playing for the week. So that way it allows you to cut off those 1 or 2 bad scores. Because if you're just sort of stuck with the 18 players, then you're kind of stuck with that score and you can't chop anyone off, if that makes sense. All right. So, sorry. Trades. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you, Sean. My bad. I'll get. All right. What's your team name, Sean? So I didn't. I saw your comment way before, but I didn't know. Oh, Sean, team 93 team. All right, sweet. So, all right. So, all right. Jaden, can we hold on a second? Sean was right at the top. All right. Let me get to Sean, then I'll get to you, Jaden. All right. Here we go. Yeah. All right. I need like 2 screens, one here, so I can actually see at the same time. All right. What's your team name? Sean 93. Sorry, I kind of accidentally skipped someone. All right. Oh, Sean 93, is that the team name? All right, Sean 93. Sean 93. All right, here we go. Found you. Oh, you're a Collingwood fan. Sorry for saying that about Pendle's then. All right. Now let me try. I just added you as a foe, and now I'm going to screen share this. I'm going to leave Jaden's one there as well, so I can see his 1, 2. So if I go back to Jaden, there we go. All right, perfect. Now we go Sean. All right, so go Sean, and then um, uh, all right, and you're on foes as well too, Geordie. Awesome, sweet. All right, so we got. Let me actually. I'll write this down so I'm not going off my head here. All right, so far we've got was it Sean? Then it's what did I say? Jaden. Then it's Kizza. No, I did Kizza, sorry. It's Geordie, sorry, Geordie. That's the one. So I'll do those 3 in order, and then when whoever else wants to check as well too. All right, there we go. Perfect. Sean, let's see. Oh yes, footy frenzy. Yes, make sure you tell me your team name once we get there as well. All right, so that's our 4 there so far. Perfect. All right, sweet. Tim, I'm not sure where Tim is at the moment. All right, let's have a look. Here we go. Shaw 93. All right, so the round 11 score 2099. That's all right. Almost that. So close to that 2100. I find it's annoying when you get that 1 point away because you're like, oh damn, it could have been 2100, but still, that's still pretty decent. 17,000 for the round, 12,000 overall ranking, pretty good. You got $29,000 in the bank. You went Dirksen in, Merritt in. Yes, my boy Merritt. Ah, yes, I totally forgot to mention about him as well. I mentioned at the start of this program as well too. Oh yes, and then Riley. Let me write down Riley as well too. Yeah, Riley as well. Awesome, sweet. So that was actually pretty good with Merritt. I'm glad you traded him. I've had him all years. Great pod. He's 11 seasons of 102 or above, which has been awesome. Apart from the COVID year when he did 92 and a half. So he's always safe for 100. He averages quite well against Richmond, so that was a no-brainer. Good trade in. 148. Uh, I see you went for Grundy as captain. Yep, that hurt. A lot of people seem to went Grundy captain. Yeah, it was odd. Grundy just didn't seem. He must have got injured or something. Didn't seem like his usual self as well too. So, but yeah, 106. I say that's also one to gamble with. I find for me, I like to play it safe a bit more, so I tend to keep those scores. But depending on what you're like. All right, so let's have a look. Let's have a see how many round 12 buy players you have. You got Robertson can go now. You don't need a red dot anymore, so he can go now. Let's count your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. And plus, 8 out plus 9 with your Robertson out here. So I'd say you can trade out Robertson because you don't need any red dots for the next 5 weeks because you're going to use your buy players for red dots. Get Robertson out. Rochelle, oh no, Rankin he got injured, didn't he? So he would have to go. And then also Murray probably need to go because he's finished his cash gen unfortunately already. Only got 3 points. What did he do? But if you need, actually, sorry, my bad. I just saw your ruck. You have no ruck, so I would suggest maybe get depending on how long Rankin's gonna be out for, get Rankin off and then get one of your rucks out, and then Robertson out. I always like to trade out injuries, like the longest injuries first, and then followed by ones that are underperforming. So yeah, Rankin, McAndrew, Vincentini, probably Vincentini, because at least McAndrew will come back to play, and then Robertson. But you could do like maybe like a what would I say? Maybe like a sneaky move, like a Bailey. You could do like a Bailey Williams or like a Darcy Cameron, so you could actually put them in the forward line as well too. If you have another forward ruck, do you have another forward ruck somewhere? No, you don't. Okay, maybe you could do like a Oh, look, he's got ruck forward now. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so maybe you could do like a ruck forward there, and then you can maybe loop there as well. And then when McAndrew, no, the week after, you could probably do McAndrew down to like a forward or something like that. You could play around with that. Um, Houston was frustrating, but I would have to keep him. You probably have to keep him this week, considering your players. As I say, if you have six or less, it's good that are out. But because you got more than six, I would suggest trading those ones on the buy. Anderson didn't play. I don't know what happened to him, um, but hopefully he plays this week. And yeah, Lombard is good. He will still make cash. What's his break even at 40 this week? So he'll still make cash. So you could probably hold him another week through like the buys. He's been scoring about 5 6s in a row now, so he's doing quite well. So he's pretty good as well too. So I reckon those players for you there. Um, all right. Now, hopefully that makes a lot of sense, Sean. If you're still there, I've added you as a foe as well too, so that way you're on the list as well too. But that's what I'll look at doing, and then that way you can make cash as well too. So, um, uh, that will be good. Ready for those that are coming off the buy as well too. So you probably want to keep the ones that are playing on the buy and just trade out the ones that are not playing or the ones that are injured as well too. So, like I say, Robertson and all that, that can go. All right. Now let's go to um, Jaden. All right, here we are. We've got Jaden. He was already here. Let me share this screen. All right, there we go, Jaden. Um, All right. So, I was actually, yes, Tom, I was actually looking at Darcy Cameron. I don't have him myself, but if I didn't have Zeri, I got Zeri for the Richmond and West Coast games. But I feel that Darcy Cameron could be a sneaky option because he did quite well, and now that he's solo racking, is quite cheap as well too, and he's cheaper than like the likes of the Grundys and the Gorns and Cherry as well too. So you could look at getting him. And then even I couldn't believe the last 2 weeks, Bailey Williams from West Coast has also been doing quite well too. So, but though that obviously will be a bit of a pod though. Pretty throughout the season he's been rubbish though. Bailey was up until 2 weeks. So I'd say Darcy Cameron will be the better one to get out of those. Plus he's got the round 14 bye. I'm not sure what your buy structure is like, but I feel that the round 14 buy is a bit more easier to navigate. I think, well, for me, I don't have many round 14 buys. Um, all right, so Jaden, he's got a round score of 2107, overall ranking of 10,000, 15K this week. Not bad score, that's pretty good. He got rid of Josmo and Cook, and he got in Roberts and Ison. That's pretty good. Now, oh, you did the same thing. So he did the same thing with the Roberts and the Grundy. As I say, I tend to be a bit more safer with my VCs if they score a ton. But sometimes people like to take it on as well too. So in other weeks, Grundy probably would have scored over 100. So in a way, I won out. But I liked how in a way you can have a risk as well because I find that if you want to jump the ranks, it could jump the risk as well too. All right. Now let's count your buys. You got one, two, uh, well, Steen's out now, so three out, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and 10. So you've got 10 out this week, especially with Robertson and Steen as well, too. So I would have a look at your remaining buy structure as well, too, for your remaining buys. But for me, I would trade out Blamires. I'll trade out Robertson. You don't need him anymore for the next 5 weeks because obviously, like I mentioned to the other teams out there, that you'll have a dot through the buys as well too. So through the buys from the other players. So and also Rankin, how long is he going to be out for? I have to find out Tuesday. What did he even do? I missed that game. Who were they playing? Adelaide were playing. Who did they play this week? They played Hawthorn. Oh, Hawthorn. What was I doing Thursday? It was a Thursday game. I wasn't. Oh, I was working. That's right. I got back from work and the game was already finished. That's right. I missed the game. So, I believe he went down injured though. So I would say trade Rankin. You could trade Robertson, and also if you got enough cash, you could probably trade Steen. But he's on your bench, so you probably won't need to worry about that. You probably want to have someone up here because looking at your forward line, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bye here. So basically, you've only got 2 players in the forward. So I would suggest you trade your 4 players out. These ones, keep Blamires for now, considering you've got that. You can actually use Blamires as a loop option down here as well, too. So it can actually loop someone that's playing beforehand. So I would have to keep all these defenders, keep the mids, and just focus on your forward line this week. So you could do like a Robertson out, you can do a Rankin out, and you could do a like a Doveston out or a Marshall out. So I would say those 3: Marshall, Robertson, Doveston, and a Rankin. One of those 3 out of those 4, I'd feel you could probably get away, get rid of. That would be good. Those other players you did quite well actually. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense if you're around there. Calf. All right, here we go. Let me have a look. Here we go. Sorry. By the way, the reason I'm going back and forward is because I can't see the comments on the screen when I'm looking at your team, but I can look at it. That's why I go back and forth. All right. G'day, mate. Here for my first stream. Thank you. Welcome aboard, Great Wall Gimby. I like your name as well, too. So I was actually cheering for the Eagles this week. My mate played for Eagles, Nick Nat, and my uncle played for him, Peter Wilson. So good team as well, too. So it'll be good to see them get in some games winning. They got Essendon this week, so a good chance that can have a win. And give us a like as well. Give us a follow if you enjoy it as well, too. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Also, if you want me to check your team, you can always put your team down as well too. Cheers, mate. Hoping to trade McAndrew to Zeri next week. Yes, a good idea. I like that option as well too, especially with Richmond and West Coast as well too. All right. Can you have a look at my team flag hot ball? All right. So, all right, let me just write down your team as well. What's your team name? Tom. So, all right, so Tom. All right, so who do we do? We've done Sean. Now we're done. Now we're doing Jaden, or we've just done Jaden, haven't we? Just done Jaden. But I've got to check his Lindsay break even. What's Lindsay's break even at? Let's have a look. Lindsay's break even says 60 at the moment. So, yeah, just keep. I'd say, as I say, for you, just keep your defense because at the moment you've got no forwards. This week coming, you've only got 2 players in your forward line going to play. So, just fix up your forward line. I'd say. Oh, you got Murdoch. Oh, I see. You can bring Murdoch down forward as well, at least. So that's something. But yeah, so at least you got 1 player here. So you have 3 forwards, but I'd say, yeah, trade your forwards out and then you can loop here. All right, that's Jaden's team done. Now, who's our next team up to? Yeah, can you? All right, so Cook, McAndrew, Jakes. I'm thinking for my trades. What do you think? All right, so yeah, we're up to Geordie now. Geordie, what's your team name? Do you know what? I was actually 19th 4 weeks ago, and then now I'm going down to top 400. So I'm a bit frustrated myself as well too. So I know how you feel. How you're like you want to set yourself a target, and then you go down, but then yes, the positive. I haven't left the top 1,000 this year, so I'm happy with that. All right, so Homes Invasion. Here we go. Let's have a look. Homes Invasion rankings. Not sure if I might have you got. I think I've got you. Have I got you in my foes? I think I have got you in the foes already. Actually, Homes Invasion. Here we go, Geordie C. All right, that's your cat fan. Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. Found you. All right, sweet. So now we're up to Geordie. G'day guys, welcome aboard. By the way, you can always give us a follow, give us a like, or give us a sub as well too while you're there. All right, so here we go. So Homes Evasion. Also, those that just joined in at the start of this show of the podcast, I did talk about the players to look at former captains as well too. So if you're going to ask about that, have a look at the start as well too. All right, Homes Evasion. Here we go. So, Jeepers. You must have down. Oh, I see what you did. You did Rochelle coming in, you're down a double downgrade. You got 714,000 this week. Oh, I see. So you're down ready for buys this week. It's interesting way of doing that. The way I like to do buys is probably the other way around. I kind of like to get my best 22 this week because I know this week was going to be the last best 22 week for 5 weeks. Now the next 5 weeks are going to be the best 18. So I felt that I could. That's why I wanted to get Sarong to a player that's scoring 100. But I see what you did. You did your cash. That's all right. Banfield and Iceland will still make money, so that's good in a way as well too. So I like that as well. So um, just the only thing that kind of hurt you was Whitfield being out by the looks of it. If Whitfield played, then you'll definitely get probably like a 2100. Although with Brisbane, I know they like to tag the defenders, opposition defenders. So still, he would have at least got 70 or above, and that would have been a 2100 for sure. All right, so let's have a look at how many buyers you got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about my team before. There's going to be a lot of players and teams in your same boat as well too. A lot of round 12 buys are on the forward line because you got Gold Coast, Adelaide. I actually don't have any Adelaide players at the moment. So Adelaide, you got Gold Coast, you got North Melbourne and Port all on the buys. So let's count how many you've got here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 or 7, he's out. Uh, also, and 8. And Gibcus looks like he's out as well too. So that's 9. So you got a few that are out injured, but at least it's not overly as much on the round 12 by players. But yeah, I'd say you'll probably need to do 2 in the forward line because, as I say, you'll have you can bring Murdoch, mate. What you could do, yeah, bring Murdoch up to the forward line, then you can put Resco on the field or Ison on the field at least, and then I would say trade Cook out. He needs to go. He's made his cash. What's his break even this week? Break even on 80. Yeah, he's got a tough fixture anyway, and he's on the buy. So yeah, trade Cook out. He's done. Doverston, he's not really getting any games. You could trade him out. Oh, sorry, I missed out your ruck. You've also got Ruck here. He's on his buy too, McAndrew. I don't know, I missed that. So I'd say maybe you can trade McAndrew out, Cook out, and then maybe it could be a good time to get rid of Gibcus if you want to cheap rookie defender, or is there any mid defenders you could probably? Yeah, no, that's right. You probably kick that there. Yeah, don't worry about Gibcus just yet. You could probably get maybe another one that's got cash on their head as well. So Cook, McAndrew, and Doverson, I'd say those 3 would probably be the ideal to get rid of. And then you can use Gibcus as a loop option here. When does Sydney play Richmond? Sydney play Richmond. Let's have a look. They play on Saturday. Okay, well, that's a really early loophole then, but you could probably use Gibcus for a loophole maybe on the Friday night, something like that. That'll be my 3 I would trade at from Holmes Invasions. Oh, yes. So who are you going for? Yes, good question. So McAndrew. So Cook. So McAndrew, if you want a player this week, I would say go Cameron. He looks pretty good, especially with Steen out. So I'll go Cameron. If you're venturous, you can get Williams. But if you want to wait this week for McAndrew, then I'll go Tristan Sherry, just because he's got West Coast and Richmond coming up. That's the only reason I got Sherry. I know I wanted to put up with some of these scores from he had a few weeks back, but the reason I got him is because over the buys when Gorn and Grundy and all the main rucks, they have their buys. He plays West Coast and Richmond, so that's a pretty cruisy matchup, especially with Nankervis out and the way that they give up points and that in the ruck. So that's why I went Cherry. But if you want someone cheaper, Darcy Cameron will be probably the best option, and he will play this week as well too. So for your instance, you'll have no ruck otherwise. So you probably want to, probably get Cameron this week, I would say. That's what I would do if I was in your situation. You can get Cameron, and then that will also allow you money to upgrade Cook to someone better as well too. But Actually, you've got enough money anyway. Look, you got 714,000. What am I talking about money for? You got almost $1 million to spend, so you can fix up quite a few actually and go straight up there as well. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. I should have really checked your money beforehand. All right, that's a lot of money. So yeah, you can get McAndrew to a good one, and then you can upgrade Cook to a primo as well, two up on the forward line. Now I got in Sanders this week. He was actually pretty good, decent for me, 107. I've had Jack Ross as well too. He's pretty decent. He's been very consistent. He's been getting mid time as well too. He's been getting between the 80 to 100 range. And same with Sanders this week. He got 107 as well too. So you could have a look at maybe going to them. They have the later buy as well too. Ross has the buy next week, but then the buy later of Sanders is around 16 buys. So you could probably get away with a later buy as well too. But just know that obviously whoever you trade in is also going to have a buy as well too. Um, yeah. So I would ideally I would trust Zeri more, but with Steen out, Cameron's a cheaper option. So I'd say one of those two. If you want Ruckman this week, get Cameron. If you don't want a Ruckman this week, get Zeri. That's what I would say. Um, now, all right. So where are we up to? So um, who's the cheapest defender with the lowest break even? I haven't looked at the break evens yet. I'll have a look at the break evens in a second. All right, so that's Geordie. All right, so who is it? 40? Is it 40 in? 40, then Riley. So if you can tell me, where's is footy? Sorry, footy. I wrote down 40. You're silly me. All right, footy. What's your team name? Um, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the break evens while we're waiting here. Let's go back to my team, and then I can see. Then I'll be able to see the break evens. All right, so this is my team now. Let me look at the break evens. No, break evens. No, that's not right. No, ownership. Oh, I was looking at ownership. Oh, shivers. Not average. Pressed the wrong button here. Break evens. Here we go. All right, let's have a look at break evens defense. So Dirksen break even of 1 is the lowest break even at the moment. And then last break even overall, we got Ison -16, Banfield -10. So those two, I'd say up forward, you can get Banfield, and in the midfield, get Ison. Those two have been pretty solid. I feel that Banfield and Ison should have good job security over the other ones that you're looking at. All right, Dua Lipa. All right, so let's have a look at Dua Lipa. Hopefully, we got you in the foes here. All right, rankings. Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa. We've got a lot in here now. Dua Lipa. I should have thought I had. Oh yeah, I do. Here we go. Kate. Here we go. That's right. Found you. All right. Now let's go to share screen. There we go. This should work. Perfect. There we are. All right. All right. So we got team. What is it? 120,000 in the bank. That's good. You've got 12,000 this week. You got 21.23. I like that. Great score. Over rank 3,000. You're coming up, jumping up the ranks here. Very good. You got Rochelle out coming out for Roby and Merritt. I like Merritt. He's my favorite. One of my favorite players. Had him for the last 10 years. He's a great prod. Always quite unique as well too. 148. That's pretty decent. Whitfield obviously was out, but oh wow, you're lucky there. 98. That is, talk about kiss, because I feel that that's higher than what Whitfield would have scored anyway. As a line supporter, I felt that Whitfield probably get 75 today if he played, because he probably get tagged. Because McKenna would have tagged him over Ash, I would feel. All right, let's count your buys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 6 there, plus 7. He's not going to play. So you got 7 out this week. So it's not too bad. That's pretty decent. So I'd say you could do Cook out. You could do oh, who else would you go? McAndrew out, he can go. Got decent team here. Well, Burns obviously going to be back this week, or should be. Yeah. I'll trade McAndrew. I'll trade Cook, and then maybe you could even trade a Lombard. Actually, he's got break even to 40, and he's got who does he have coming up this week? After he's got Brisbane, got Geelong, and Hawthorn. So he's got 3 tough matchups coming up. So yes, so I'll get rid of Lombard, Cook, and McAndrew. The rest can stay because obviously you're not going to trade out Sheezer or Petraka. They're great players on the bye. Let's see if there's any other ones. Looks like all the other players are playing quite well. But yeah, I'd say those 3 will probably be the best. And you would have at the moment, yeah, if you trade Cook and Lombard, you would then be able to have forwards on the field because at the moment you only have 4 forwards, obviously with these 2 out this week. So that's what I'll do: McAndrew, Cook, Lombard, and then as I say, you could maybe, if you want, it's up to you. You can either go to Zeri or you can get the Cameron. I'd feel that if you got so many players playing, I'd say you could probably wait a week if you needed to, and then you just fix up Cook and Lombard, I'd say. And then any other injuries, keep an eye on as well. Hopefully, I can. I was thinking about going McAndrew to Cameron, Cook to Ison, and then a Rankin, a Wookie, Bruin, Houston to a Bont or any other primo. Yes, so Bont and Pelly, I was kind of worried that he was going to be a late out with his injury news from Caroline Wilson posting rubbish media stuff. But luckily, he ended up got another ton as well too. He's always either injured or he's got his 100, which is crazy. So he's still relatively cheap as well too. So Bont has around 16 buy as well too. So it's a much better buy as well. Plus, you're guaranteed more to get 100 than like say like a Bruin or a Houston who don't really get much hundreds as much compared to a Bont who always gets fed the ball as well too. So it's pretty awesome to see. So I'd say yeah, that's good to get in a Bont. This week, some of the games are quite interesting. Bulldogs are playing Collingwood because Collingwood don't really tag that much. So I'd say this week will probably be a good option to get him this week, actually, out of the lot. Was going to McAndrew. Yeah, that's good. All right. Now, would you trade Lindsay, Sarong, Farrell, Dersma, Houston, or Bruin? Is Roberts too late to pick up? All right, sweet. So, K Pickett, an option. Now, I'll have to go to my team now to have to explain this. All right, let's go back to my team. So, I've got Roberts myself, but I got him 5 weeks ago before the Collingwood game because I thought Collingwood would give up a lot of points in defence. So, but my forward line is a lot more unique. I didn't go Pickett. Because Pickett has a break-even 132, I thought you could probably wait a week or 2 on getting him. And so I went with Sanders this week. He had a break-even of 70 leading into this game. He made 27,000 he went up this week, and he got 107 this week. I looked at his player map, and he's playing quite well, playing all around the ground. He's got Collingwood this week, who don't really tag as well too. So that's his ownership is actually quite low as well too. He's only got 3% ownership. See, look at that. So since round 4, he's gone 109, 93, 97, 86, 81, 102, 107. So he hasn't really got under the 80 odd points. Same with a Jack Ross as well. He's plays around the midfield a lot, and he also has been quite consistent as well too. He just handballs a bit too much. So if you're looking at players, let's have a look what Pickett's break even is now. Pickett, his break even is 112 at the moment, so you could even wait 1 more week as well too. Yeah, he got 100 this week. This week he has got coming up due to rest. He does have Collingwood, so Collingwood don't really tag. Essendon don't really tag. So I'd say you could probably hold off this week and then get him for the week after against Collingwood, Essendon, and then Adelaide. But then once he's had his bye, he's got Hawthorn, which is a bit tough. Then he got Richmond easy, but then he's got North, Geelong, which are tough as well too. So if you're gonna get him, I'll probably get him these 2 weeks for round 13, 14, 15, and then you could probably jump off him. But yeah, it's just forward lines are so annoying. They're all upside down, up and down a bit, but that's why I waited and not got Pickett this week. Hopefully that explains that situation. Um, yeah, yeah. So I would say, yeah. Does that make sense? Um, Ranking down to Degoe. Let's have a look at Degoe's break even. I know I'm getting a bit sidetracked here, but Degoe. All right, Degoe's break even is 41. I actually looked at him. He got 112 this week against West Coast. I I actually had him in my team, and then I chickened out. And then I ended up going Sanders. So in a way, yeah, 5 points difference. So in a way, either way. But Goey, he's still quite uniquely owned, 4% as well too. Um, let's have a look at his fixture coming up. He's got Bulldogs, they don't tag. He's got Melbourne, Port Adelaide, he's got Richmond, that should be easy. Gold Coast don't really tag anymore, but then North obviously a bit hard. The good thing about Degoe, he's got the round 14 buy. I have got not many round 14 buy players, but depending on your buy structure, if you can afford that, Degoe would be the next one to get because I feel that he break even of 41. He's still making a lot of cash as well too. I probably should have got him instead of Sanders really, but both of them are playing a lot more midfield time, which is good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Um, uh, Guys, put your money on Reece. I hope so. Oh, I hope so. It'll be nice. I don't know if I'll get to the car, but I want to get a hat because the last time I made top 100 was when they didn't have hats as a prize. So I was a bit annoyed. The last few years I've been not as good, but before COVID I was pretty good. But then obviously before COVID, that's when they didn't have the hat prizes. So it'd be nice to finish back in the top 100 again. I finished top 100 4 times in BBL as well too. Um, all right, so um, I would go. I'll go to Goey this week, then I would go Sanders the week after, or Jack Ross the week after. Well, actually, Jack Ross has his bye next week. Oh, that's a good idea. Go to Goey, then Sanders, and then Ross. That will work because Ross will be off his bye after round 13. So that will be my 3 targets for the forward line. Um, I find the forward lines, if you can find the players that are playing midfield time, that's ideal. Next year, there's probably going to be a lot of forwards that are missing because they'll be spending too much time in the mid. All right, now let's have a look. So have we done footy yet? Have I checked your team yet, footy? I'm pretty sure I did I? Or have I? Did I do your team already? Yeah, I did. So I did. Yes. All right. So I'll cross off there. Now I'm up to Riley, and then I'm up to, yep, sweet. Then I'm up to Great Wall of Jimby. All right, sweet. All right. So Riley, are you here? If Riley's not here, I'll go to Jimby. Then I'll go back to Riley. So let me know who's here. Let me find Gimby. Well, I'll find Gimby and then add him to foes while I'm here. Anyway, all right. So Gimby, Great Wall, Gimby, Great Wall of Gimby, Hugh. Wait, are you you're not are you Hugh, you're not Hugh that I know, by the way, by any chance? Let me have a look. All right. My team name, all right, sweet. So Riley's here, sweet. So hang on. Let me get to Riley first because I did have him down first, and then I'll get to your one after. Is that all right? Sorry, I didn't realize Riley was still here. Here we go. Riley's here. All right. Murphy, the better read. Here you go. Let me go to Murphy the better read, and then I'll get to Great Wall of Jimby after. All right. Great. No, Great Wall. What's it called? Murphy. Oh, I might have you already in my foes. Murphy the better read. Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go. Murphy the better read. All right, sweet. All right. I hate when I See, every time I click on a team, it makes me share the other screen. I've got like I've got like about 10 different fantasy tabs here set up. All right, let me cross that one out, cross this one out, and cross this one out. There we go. There we go. Murphy the better read. There we are. So, all right, here we go. 2075 round rank of 23,829. That's pretty good. Look at that. No way. I played super it's funny, one year last year, I think year before, in super coach and fantasy and in rule dream team. I pretty much scored exact same score across the three of them, which is pretty crazy. And look at this. You literally got exact same almost. Look, 23,829, 23,876. That's like that's like spooky. Almost the exact same rankings for round plus overall. Wow. All right, that's actually pretty crazy. All right, get a lotto ticket for that. All right. Dersma, Blamire is out. Ison Roberts in. Not bad. I feel that Roberts now is probably at his peak now. He's got a break from 127. So I feel that he's got coming up. He's got West Coast coming up, so I'm just a bit worried about him. He'd be in line maybe for a tag, but Brisbane did shut him down a few weeks back as well. Then he's got Carlton, Melbourne, North, Saints. So I feel that it might be a bit late to get him now. Someone I saw asked beforehand about Roberts, but you got him this week, so yeah, it's not too bad. But as I say, it's probably um, I just don't see him scoring that 130 anymore. I think his role sort of changed a little bit last week, but hopefully he goes back to his 130s. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, now Manganine, when's he coming back? Hopefully he'll be back soon. Let's count how many buys you got this week. So you've got Lombard 1, you've got Murray 2, 3 Petraka, 4 Sheasel, 5 McAndrew, 6 Cook, 7 Butters, and then obviously you still got Naz 8, 9 ZZ, Sharp 10, Newton 11. Whoa, yeah, that's a lot of players out this week. I would look at well you probably have to play Edwards on the field. You probably have to keep McAndrew this week. I would say Murray, you can go. Cook can go. And then maybe fix up one of your injured players as well too. But regardless, with the injury, he probably would have missing anyway this week anyway. Well, you can look at it that way as well too. But yeah, so I would maybe go, yeah, fix up Murray, fix up Lombard. Yeah, Lombard's all right. He'll still make cash, but he's got a bit hard fixture coming up. So I'd say Cook, Murray, and Lombard will be the 3 to go. Keep these 2 because obviously they're guns, so don't trade those ones. But yeah, I'll trade Murray, Lombard, and Cook. And then maybe next week with your lighter buys, then you could look at doing your fixing up these injured players like Sharp and a Newton. I know they're just cheap rookies there, but it will allow you to get that cash and also allow you to get that emergencies as well too, because you can still loop, and then you can say, for example, if you're getting like say like a cheap player like a did you get Ison? Yes, like say example, if you get like a Banfield and he scores well, you can loop him on over like one of the buy players as well too. So you could almost get away with a best 18 as well. But ideally, it's always nice to have that best 19 or 20 as well too. You got 61k in the bank as well, so that's quite handy too. So, but I'd say yeah, that's what I would look at. Cook, Murray, and Lombard. Let me have a look at the questions. I think I'm getting ready Naz for Dirksen, McAndrew for either Cameron or Grundy, and Cook for someone. All right, sweet. All right, let's have a look. Yes, that could work as well too. So, although I would feel like it's in a strange one because a lot of people will be trading out Naz because of the buys. You're in a position where you got a few more players out this week. You could maybe hold on to Naz and then be a little pod move, because once everyone's got rid of him and you'll still have him. You could look at it that way, but it's up to you what you think with that. That'll be up to you, your call for that. But with a lot of buy players already, you could probably maybe hold on to him. But that's just my thoughts. Uh, and yes, so if you want to ruck this week, get McAndrew to a Cameron. If if you don't want a ruckman this week, then you can wait to get a Seri as well too. You could see what Edward scores. When does Geelong play? Geelong play on Friday night. So that's Friday night. That will actually work out because Collingwood play on the Saturday night. So put Edwards on the bench as an E. If he scores, say, like a 50 or a 60 or something like that, keep that score, and then keep McAndrew. Then, if he scores rubbish, then you can go, like, say, like a McAndrew to a Cameron or something like that. You could play it that way as well too. So the good thing about buys is you can play that to a loop, and the good thing about buy players, they don't lock out until the final game of the round. So you can do a bit of sneaky moves that way. I like my looping. I do my looping even during the season, even the home and away season. I like to loop as well. But when it comes to buys, you can do sneaky loops as well too. So you could even have a look at your forward line and also your defense as well too. You can even loop in those places as well, plus your midfield too. So that can help as well. Hopefully that makes sort of sense because, as I say, a lot of people probably want to be trading out Naz already. So if you hold on to him, not many people will still have him, and then you can maybe make some loops around with the other players. Hopefully that sort of, yeah, that's what I would do in your sense. Just see what Edward scores, and then that will determine whether you need to trade McAndrew or not. Because at least you got Gorn and at least you got Edwards this week. And then you can fix up your forward line with those players or those injuries that are red dots at the moment. Because you won't need red dots for the next 5 weeks, because the next 5 weeks you'll have the buy players to loop around as well too. That is Riley there. Now, who was us looking at? Was it? Who was the next one I was looking at? Hopefully that makes sense. Gimby. Here we go. No, where's Gimby? What's his team name? Great Wall of Gimby. No, not my foes. I need to get you my foes, don't I? The Great Wall of Gimby. There we go. If yours, there we go. Let's have a look. Are you Hugh, the one that I know, by the way? Because your last name looks very familiar. Oh, it'll be a small world if you are. Because I do know a Hugh with a last name of that name as well too. The start of that letter. I won't give it away, but it's a small world if so. All right, now, and they're also an Eagles fan as well. All right, so now let's get to 2067, 67. All right, 8, 9, 41. All right, so you got 25,000 this week ranking. You got 26,000 overall rank. You got Robertson, Ison in, Blamires, Dersma out. All right, let's have a look at our buy structure as well too. No. So on my thing, I could see it says H and then F on here. So I know a H F as well too. Not not O, but the next letter of the last name will be A. So FA. So H like Hugh FA FA. So not O. All right. That makes sense. All right. So it might not be you might not be the same person I'm thinking of then, but that's just still quite quite peculiar how you're Eagles fan and he's Eagles fan and same name as well too, which is pretty crazy. All right, now let's say let's see how many buys you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7 as well. A lot of 6, 7s here. All right, and Durham's no, he got injured as well too. All right, and all right. Oh no, yeah, as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 plus Durham. All right, so I would look at trading out Cook. I would trade out Durham, depending on how long he's out for, obviously. Find out on Tuesday. That's when the injuries come out. You could also look at trading McAndrew out because he's also, what's his break even now? 82, so he's done as well. The only reason I want it will be good for you to trade at McAndrew because obviously, oh, pardon me, you've got Ryan here and he's not playing either. So you need a ruckman. Whereas obviously the last coach we had, Edwards was there, so you don't have Edwards there. McKercher, he's a frustrating watch, but he's now got forward status, so you could hide him in the forward line. You can use him as a loophole in defence as well too. So whoever plays first, you can loop on the bench here, and then you can also loop here in the midfield. You can also bring Murdoch up into the forward line as well to cover some of the players that are going to be out. And then so I would trade out Cook. I would trade out Durham, depending on how long he's going to be out for, and then McAndrew I would do. And then if Durham does come back, I don't know what he did. Then Lombard as well can also look at going those forward. Does anyone know what Lombard? Durham, what did he do? He did a concussion, so we'll be 1 week. Oh, okay, so that's all right. Yeah, so maybe just hold on to Durham and go Lombard, Cook, and McAndrew. I'd say those three. The rest are pretty good. Yeah, McKerch is a bit frustrating, but at least he's still scoring some sort of points. I never had him this year, but he still can score like those 80s and 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. He can still score those, so that's handy, especially with that forward, as I said. So the rest are pretty good. You got your rookies are still making money there. Obviously, Bruin should be back this week. You can put Bruin in the up here, and then you can bring Murdoch down the forward, as I mentioned before, to cover Durham this week. Yeah, Warner's a frustrating watch, that's for sure. He's always seems to get tagged a bit. But yeah, those three would be good. McAndrew, as I say, could go to you if you want to ruck this week. I'd say Cameron will probably be the best one. Just count your round 14 buy players because Carlton also have the round 14 buy, and I see you have a few Carlton players already. So just keep an eye on how many round 14 buy players you got. Maybe what I'll do for next week, I can have a look at. I don't have Durham, so this is not my team, by the way. M Burbo, this is not my team. I'll show you my team. This is Great Wall of Gimby's team. So this is my team. I don't have Durham, but if you did, he's out for 1 week by looks of it. That's what I just got told. So if I had him, I would hold. I'll get rid of your buy players first. But if you have less round 12 buy players, then you could try Durham because Durham will be out for 1 week this week, plus his buy as well. Hang on, I need a drink. Was thinking Durham, Cook, and McAndrew to Darcy, Cameron, Banfield, and maybe a forward or mid. Yeah. Where are we? Yes. So, Banfield. Yeah, Banfield pretty good. He'll make cash as well too. He's quite a good rookie. I'm looking at getting him as well too this week. He's got a later buy as well, so he'll make more cash as well, which is good. And then Durham, Cook, so that's good. Durham, you'll have more money in your bank you'll have more money up your sleeve with that trade because he's worth more as well, so that's handy. So you can do that as well too, because we've got to remember Durham will come back, but then he also will have another bye still to come. So that means he'll be out at least 2 weeks of the next 4 weeks, because he's got that round 15 bye, round 16 bye, sorry. All right. Hi. Can you look at my? That's with Riley. Then we did Gimby. So I've added Gimby to the foes. By the way, guys, Gimby and to the new ones. Make sure on the description below, join the Open League as well too. A49FCVSB. So A49FCVSB. That's our Open League Dream Team Asylum. We've got 480 in there so far, which is actually pretty good. I went. It'll be nice someone wins it, not me, because the prize is for Krispy Kremes. But if I win my own league, then it's not going to be really much of a prize, is it? If I'm going to have to buy myself Krispy Kremes. All right. So it'd be good if we can get other people in there as well. All right. The leader at the moment in there is actually near the top 100, so actually pretty good. So, all right, my week this week, I scored. This is my team now. I scored 2171. I should have had a bit more, but I had Goddard on my bench here on the utility spot. Oh, I better show the points. This will be easier. There we go. Here's the points. So I had Goddard on my bench here, utility spot 130, sitting there doing nothing. So that's annoying. But I got in Sanders this week. He got 107. I was pretty happy with that. He's got Collingwood this week, who don't tag as well. I had Green on the field over Goddard. I thought Green would have outscored Goddard, but I was wrong. But 90 was still pretty good. So my forward line was probably my best area this week. I had Merritt, obviously, which was 148. I was at work, so I missed out on doing the VC here. Then LDU was happy. I was happy with him as a unique pod, 126. That was pretty decent. Resco got 106. So I ended up looping him. I looped the Roberts captain as well. So that's pretty much my team this week. And this week I'm looking at gonna try and get rid of my rookies, because I thought if I get the best 22 this week, the next 5 weeks I can hide behind the best 18. So that's when I'll fix up my red dots as well too, because I feel that Murdoch's my last on-field rookie, if that makes sense. All the rest I've got, there's no rookies here, no rookies in my ruck. There's one rookie, Murdoch, and then my midfield, no rookies, but Caulfield's. He's been constant 60s. He's not a rookie, but he's scoring like a rookie. And Houston was rubbish this week with a 43. So I feel that all my rookies, I just need to fix up my bench, and then I should be all right. So just my bench I need to fix up, and then I should be all right from there over the buys. All right. Would you go Cozzy or I would wait a week on Cozzy. He's still got a break of 112 this week. He's got Jitters, but then he's got Collingwood and Bombers who don't really tag. But then he's got a harder fixture after his buys as well too. So he's one that can go like a 50 or can go like 100. He's a bit of a roller coaster. So depends on what you think of him. Heaney has got Richmond this week. So Richmond should be easier to score against as well too. I had Sarong Emergency as a loop and missed out on Marshall's score as Whitfield laid out. Oh, all right. Let's have a look at your team as well. Ben, what's your team? G'day, Dorica. Connor McDonald, Cook, McAndrew for DeGoey, Ison, Cameron. Thoughts? All right. So Connor McDonald, Cook, and McAndrew for DeGoey, Ison, Cameron. Yes, I like that. They're good trades. Connor McDonald has been frustrating. If you can afford, if your round 12 buyers players aren't that much and you can afford to get rid of McDonald, yes, that's a good trade. However, just because a lot of people do have a lot of round 12 buy players that are out. So, like if you have, say, more than 6 round 12 buy players, then maybe hold on to McDonald because at least he will still score. But if you're all right with your fixturing, then get rid of, that's a good trade. McDonald's been pretty frustrating as a forward, that's for sure. He's been scoring rubbish as He's like a Rochelle. So I was glad I avoided Rochelle, to be honest. But Rochelle and um, McDonald are pretty much same thing. They're losing cash as well too. All right. Who should I to? Who should I get for Newton? I have 407K to spend, and my other trade is sharp for Banfield. All right. Could you do? I would say Ison or Banfield. I think you've already got Ison though. So, if I checked, um, I got one person that will be on the buy with those trades that I'm doing. I got. Oh, you only got one. I got. Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me have a look. Degoe, Ison, Cameron. Who's going to be on the buy? Um, what do you mean? I'm looking at your Ison and DeGoey and Cameron. They don't all have buys next week. What do you mean by that? I I got one person that will be on a buy that with these trades I'm doing. Oh, you mean you've only got one person left on the buy? I see. Yes. Oh, sorry. That's what I was thinking. Oh, I was a bit confused there. I was thinking, are you trading in a buy play? All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, you've only got four, or you only got three. Oh, that's a wow. You're pretty. You'll be stacked this week, so you're on a good. You got a good position. At the moment, I've got six, so I'm probably going to go down to like 4 or 5. Um, yeah, that makes a lot. That makes a lot of sense. I was like, jeepers, because I've been looking at some of these teams that have like, say, like they've had like at least like about 7 to 10 on the round 11 buy or round 12 buy. So you're probably the only one that's got the least amount here. So you probably win the lotto this week. Um, one player with the round 12 buy. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Perfect. All right. Oh yes, let's have a look at your team. Yeah, yeah. All right, sweet. I'll write down. I'll do Ben, then I'll do yours. And Ben, and then Doka. You gotta tell me your team name because I'm not sure if I have you down there or not. So I've got Ben already, but I haven't got your one. So Houston Rockets. Ginger. All right, let's have a look at Ben. I mean, look at Ben's team, not look at Ben. That'd be a bit personal there if I look at Ben. All right, let's uh, let's have a look at his team. Rankings. I'll go rankings and I'll go to photos. And here we go. This is where I have to click another all these things here. Here we go. Houston. Was it Houston Rockets? That's the one. Um, Houston Rockets. That's right. The Hawthorn supporter. That's right. All right, sweet. Now I am sharing. Oh, there we go. Can you see that? That's streaming up there. Yeah. Just join the league. Can you check out my team? Flag Hawk Ball 26. All right. So you'll be on. Oh yes. I think I saw you before. So I'll put you on after Ben, and then I'll go to Joker after. That will work. Sorry. I'll do Tom, and then that should be about time after that. That'd be good. All right, sweet. So I've got Ben, Tom, Doka, and then I'll also explain a couple of trade options for everyone. Ben. All right, Houston Rockets. Here we go. 2094. That's good. Almost 2100. You almost had that 6 points. Is just one kick or one mark and kick. 124 26,000. That's pretty good. 172 in the bank. That's a lot of money. Lamar Zorka out. Ison Roberts in. I'm gonna burp. Oh, burp. No, it's the water. All right, let's count your 12 buy players. All right. So we got one. Well, Robertson's out, injured. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not bad. You got Shees with a captain. 4, McAndrew. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. All right. So 2 weeks ago, I mentioned on the podcast for Marshall to go. So I'd say, yeah, Marshall can go. But actually, if ZZ comes back in, Then yeah, you could probably keep Marshall as a loop if you needed to. Actually, that's a good point. I'll get rid of Robertson because you don't need Robertson because he's a red dot now. So get rid of Robertson. You can get rid of Lombard, and then oh, you're in the same position as the other one I mentioned. So there was another team I mentioned about Edwards. Have a look at Edwards on the Friday night. He plays Friday against Carlton. If he scores like he did there, just keep McAndrew because you'll be happy with a 60 in that. But if he scores rubbish, then you could maybe look at doing McAndrew out. But I'd say Robertson out, Lombard out. These two will need to go. And then I would look at Marshall. Yeah, maybe get rid of Marshall actually because Brisbane, when do they play? They play on the Saturday afternoon. So you could probably just do like a loop on the first game or so. But yeah, I will get rid of Marshall, Robertson, Lombard. But yeah, just loop Edwards, put him on the emergency and see what he'll score. That's what, and then we see what you're thinking. Um, oh, sorry, my bad. Here we go. Hey Reece, this week for the third trade, do I go Lombard to Ison or get rid of Coleman? All right, so oh, sorry, let me wait. Can you look at my team? Oh, there we go. Two trades locked in are McAndrew to Darcy Camp, Robertson to Banfield. I got 300k a bank after those two. Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't even see that there. Yeah, see this thing when I'm going to different team, to different page, I can't even see comments at the same time. I wish I could. Actually, how about I click on here? I'll watch myself on YouTube on my Facebook. Then I can look at the. Ah, there we go. I can do it. That I can cheat. So I'm looking at myself there. Then I can see the chat there. That's much better. Oh, why didn't I think of that beforehand? All right. There we go. 300k, but I need a mid, and Marshall doesn't get a mid. Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. All right. You got Ison already. Um, you got, and you're going to get Banfield. So it would be up to the next. Who's the next lowest break-even player this week? Let's have a look. I'm going to my team. You go back to my team to have a look at these break-evens. All right. So, who's the lowest break-even? You got Ison, Banfield, and Nash, put that Port Adelaide player, and Coleman Jones. They're all on their buys anyway. Dirksen, he's $305,000. He doesn't have a buy this week. He's a break-even one. He's a defender, so he's less than 308,000. But there isn't really many to shop for around that price, is there? Especially if you need a midfielder. Yeah, it's not. It's a very awkward position at $308,000. Um, if that makes sense. I'm just thinking of going Murdoch, or yes, you could do Lombard and Robertson out. Murdoch will still play, so keep Murdoch for now. And I will go Lombard and a Robertson out. For yeah, you can do like maybe one down, like to a Banfield, then you can use Robertson go up to like say like a forward or a midfielder at about 800k mark. Then you should have enough money for that too, because you got $172,000 there already. So you could do that way. I like that because Lombard and Robertson will be out, whereas Murdoch will still play. And yeah, he's at his break even now, but at least he will still should be safe for like a 60 or 70. Yeah, you could also do a double downgrade as well too, because this week everyone you're getting is going to have a buy, so you can build cash this week as well. That's also a good play because the week after you can just jump on all the ones that are coming off the round 12 buys as well too, because they won't have any buys to go. So you can jump on like your North Melbournes, you can jump on your Gold Coast, Adelaide, and your Port Adelaide after that too. So that could work as well. So in a way, you can also keep the Marshall because he can at least still play. Whereas Robertson, obviously, Robertson will be out for a bit. So, but then Lombard will play as well too. But I feel Lombard's fixturing is a lot more tougher the next 3 games after his bye. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Luke Parker's pretty good as well as Was it? Did you say? Tracker, yeah. I'd say, yeah, North have a good runs for the defenders coming up, which is good, and he's playing quite good, unique. How come? Where is it? Oh, here's a question. Hey, Reese, this is a third trade I do. Lombard, do I go Lombard to Ison or get rid of Coleman to Callahan, but only have 3K left? I would go Lombard to Ison out just because Coleman will still play, and Lombard is not playing this week. But depending on your buy strategy, though, Ashton. So if you got a good buy, if you're less than 6, then I could go. You could go the Coleman out. But if you got more than 6 out this week, then I would do the Lombard to Ison. I would say Ison will get more money that way too, because Callahan has got the buy the week after. So you're probably just gonna, when you trade him in, he's only going to be playing for a week. So I'll definitely go. I like the Ison one because at least he'll make cash as well. Why is it? What's this message retracted mean? How come I can't see this? Oh, I only have 3 messages. Oh, yes, that's good. I do like the. Maybe I'll have to look at your team later as well too. Um, all right. So who are we up to? Flag Hawk Bowl, and then we got Doka to do. Yeah. All right. Um, yeah, that could work. Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. I like the Lombard to Ison, but Coleman is playing Freo this week. So Freo do like to give up points to defenders. I've noticed a bit sometimes. So although I did notice somehow Callum Wilkie got a bit tagged. So I don't know what happened in that game. Um, what's the code I'll send? Just tell me your team name and then I can have a look as well too. Um, Robertson, Lombard, and Anderson to Banfield, Anastas, and Holmes. I I don't even know how to say that one. I will probably get Anastopoulos the week after. So get him. I'll get him not this week, but next week. If you can get him next week when he's off his bye, that will be good. All right. So now, if you just send me your team name, that will be good. Now, where are we up to? We got Tom. Is Tom and Doka in here? Doka, are they still here? Because I've got them to do. And then Ashton's name is Macca's Classic. All right, sweet, good, sweet, awesome, perfect. Sorry for nice and patient. I like this. This is awesome. It's very hard to do all these teams all at once. All right, sweet. Now let's get to Tom first, wasn't it? Tom, yes, Tom had his first. All right, flag hot ball. Let me go to this team. Rankings. Flag Hawk Bowl 26. Here we go, Tom. There we go. The cool thing about Tom is we'll never see you in present because you're always tomorrow. I like that. Pretty cool. But you never get lost because you're Tom Tom. I like that. Pretty cool. My name's Reese, by the way. So I'm like in the kitchen. I'm Reese with a spoon. All right. So, all right. Now, by the way, when you think about it, if there's a fire, you don't want Woolworths there. It'll turn into coals as well too. So, all right. Make sure everyone's awake there with all these jokes. All right. Sweet. Tom. All right. Let's get to Tom. 21.99. Oh, you smashed that. If I had got out on the field, I would have beat you, but you beat me this week. That's pretty good. Ranking of 22,777, 6,000 overall. 11K in the bank. You got Anderson Selwood out for Ison and Short. Nice and unique there. Let's count your round 12 buys. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you got Anas, that pork guy already. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know how to say his name, but that guy. And then, yeah, Lombard. Yeah, probably you can go Lombard. You probably need to go McAndrew because obviously you've got no ruck here. And then I would say one of your what's Power's break even at? Break even 99. That's a bit of a unique, isn't it? How many he's only owned by 1%. Wow, that is a big unique. I would say, yeah, I'll go Power, McAndrew, and a Lombard out. Tom, that this guy's still making money. Put tracker that you don't need to trade out. And you got Ison, which is good. You might want to also look at maybe getting like a Banfield as well too. Banfield could get some money as well too. I feel you could put him up in the forward line there in the midfield. That would be a good option. And then you can use that money. You can maybe get like a Primo down here, or like a Primo up the forward line. Although you've got your forward line's pretty decent actually. Your forward line's pretty similar to mine when you think about it, because you got Ross as well. He's been a great pod for me this year. You got McKerney. They've been quite good. They've been very consistent. You don't really need anyone. You don't need any more primos in the forward line when you think about it. It's just more fixing up your bench here with the Lombard. And then your midfield is pretty good. Ashcroft, as a Brisbane fan, he's always up and down. He's a roller coaster. And then, I'd say Powell, and then McAndrew, and then Lombard this week. All the rest should be making money, which is good. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, who do I get for Jacob Newton? Who would I get for Jacob Newton? And I have 470k to spend. My first trade is Banfield for Sharp. All right, good. 407,000. Oh, I wonder if you can get like a Dirksen or someone like that, because he's like he's a defender rookie. Let's see. What did he score this weekend? Let's have a look. Dirksen. Oh, that's right. Make sure you. Oh, I need to make sure I add you to the. Where was that team at? I need to add you to the foes as well. Dirksen 62 last week. Yeah, so you can get him. He's at 305k. You'll get 100,000 up your sleeve as well. Let's get to. Did I add you as a foe already? I hope I did. I didn't just jump across it. There we go. Yep, you're a phone now. Sweet, that's easy. All right, no, that's all good. Make sure you give us a like, give us a follow as well on the YouTube if you haven't already. All right, now also the description for the league is below as well, so you can check that out as well. All right, so that is Tom. Now was it Doka? Dokia? Doka. I don't know how to pronounce that. What Doka, what's your team name? All right, so we got, what's your name? Doka, like like a docker, but Doka. All right, and the team name is Ginger. All right, sweet, that's right, Ginger. All right, and I'll add you to. I don't think I've seen you before, have I? So no, I haven't. So I'm gonna add you to my foe. I've got a good list of these foes. Let's have a look at these foes. Look how many foes I have now. Jeepers, that's a good amount here. All right, so let's have a look for Ginger. It should. I might not have loaded just yet. I'll go to here. I'll go to your page here. Let's have a look at. I've got a whole bunch of other tabs here. There we go. Cross that one out. Cross that one out. Don't need that one. Don't need that one. That one. That one. There we go. That's done. All right. Now we are 34,000 for the week, 13,000 overall, around $25,000 bank. You got a lot in the bank. That's a lot. Jeepers, you got a big chest there. You went Smith and Banfield in this week. You had Bruno and Rochelle out. Interesting. With the buys, I would have probably maybe gone to another Primo here, and then maybe get your rookies this week. just because this week was the last best 22. And then obviously you got the best, then you got the best 18 next 5 weeks. So I made an effort to try and score well this week to cover the next 5 weeks. So, but it's good. You still got Banfield, which is good. You don't have, it means you don't have to get him this week either. So I know a lot of people did the same thing. They all got their rookies in this week, but I'd say this week coming up will be the best because you got three. All the buy players will be having their buy, and it's best to have you can use those 3 trades on rookies this week, and you can get money that way. All right, now let's have a look at your team, shall we? All right, bunch of foes. Yeah, no, there's a lot of foes. Yeah, it's definitely oh, it's good. It's good. We got a lot of foes now. I think we'll probably end up with a whole competition as foes. That'll be pretty cool. All right, now let's have a look. Let's count your buys first. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could have had 6, 7, about 6, 4, 1, 89. All right, now, but you got 1, 2 that are out, 3. You got these 3, so you got 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got 9 players out that will be injured or on a bye. So you still got a few out this week. I see you got Banfield on the field and you got your rookie still on the field. So I would try and aim to get your rookies off the field still. So at the moment you got Lindsay, so he can stay. But yeah, Whitfield should hopefully be back anyway. So you can swap him. You could put let's see, use Yulin as a loop and see who plays first, Judaress or Essendon. Let's have a look. I'll put where's that my page here? Who plays first? When does Eagles play? Eagles play on the Sunday. No, you can't use him as a loop. When does Selwood play? Saturday. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's hard. You could, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Whitfield will be on the field anyway. So yeah, and you just maybe just loop Selwood. Yeah, loop Selwood on the bench, and then you'll be able to, if he scores well, put Ewan on the field. If not, just put Lindsay on the field. Put Whitfield back. Yeah, that will work. All right, now let's have a look at the trades. What you can do. Robertson can go. He's got a bye. Not bye. He's got a red dot now. Obviously, he's out for the season. And because you've got the five teams on the bye, 5 rounds of it, you'll have enough dots to use up with your bye players anyway. So he can go. He's got $511,000. So you can at least make $300,000 from a trade to a rookie that way. You've already got $325,000 anyway in the bank. So you could almost trade him up to a proper 800k primo now anyway. You can get rid of Cook as well, so Cook can go. So Cook, Robertson, Lombard can also have a look at going. You can probably get rid of Lombard. Steen, unfortunately, is out for the year. So over the buys, you could probably look at trading him out as well. You can make some cash. Maybe not this week. You probably might not need to do it this week. But I would look at doing Lombard, Robertson, and Cook. And you're asking about your vice captain now. Let me have a look, make sure I'm on the right page. Oh yes, Judaress first. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be using Judaress are playing first, aren't they? Is that right? No, Judaress are playing. When are they playing? No, they're playing on Sunday. Yeah, they're playing Sunday. Yeah. What do you mean about Judaress? No, Selwood are playing on Saturday night. Yeah. McDonald. Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. My bad. Yes, you got McDonald here. Right. You got break even 112. Yeah. Let me count how many players you got out again this week. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I feel like I'm missing one. You got 8 players out this week. 9. Oh, Butters, yeah. It's, it's hard. McDonald's going really rubbish, but he's still playing. Like, you got 9 players out. So that means before teams are out, you would only have a best 21 at this stage. So, and it's hard, isn't it? If you had, uh, hmm, I still would prefer to trade at injuries over underperformers. So the way I like to look at it, I always like to look at it as injuries, the longest injuries out first, obviously. So Robertson's out for the year, get him out first. Then I look at like players on their bye, or then players that might be out for a week or two. Then I would then look at underperforming players, well, maxed out rookies. Then I'll look at underperforming primos, because you can trust a primo to score like 100, whereas you probably won't want to trust a rookie to score 100 every week. So in a way, maxed out rookies will probably have to go. So long-term injuries, maxed out rookies, and then underperforming primos. Yes, McDonald has been rubbish, but I think he did score well. See, like these 3 weeks, he got 96, 110, 114, and 106, 89, 84. So those ones he scored well in. So he does have Saints, but he doesn't have Then he goes Bulldogs, Gold Coast, GWS, Melbourne. So Bulldogs and Gold Coast don't really tag. So surely he bounces a little bit back. Yeah, yes, he'll probably lose money, but I would trust him to score more than a rookie, if that makes sense. Does that sort of make sense? I hope that makes sense. Now, let's work out you were asking about vice captain. I would look at, yeah, from the penthouse to the shit house. Yeah, but he's not getting tagged, man. He's just nowhere near it. I'd just drag out with the DPP over him, honestly. Yes, actually, you're a good point, actually. Yes, so where's Jagger Smith? Have you got Jagger Smith? Who's got Jagger Smith? I can't see Jagger Smith anywhere. No, he doesn't have Jagger Smith. Oh, I meant for your team, was it? Sorry, yes. Yeah. Oh, no, that's all right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm at. This is not my team. This is Gurkha's team. All right. Sorry for the confusion. For those that have just joined in, that's probably where it's getting confusing here. All right. So, um, I'm reading my computer. All right, McAndrew as well. Yes. So for McAndrew, I would trade because you don't have Ruckman here, because obviously Steen's gonna be out. So you could get Cameron this week. He will be good because he's solo rucking with Steen out. So you could go Cameron. That's cheap. You got a lot of cash there. If you were going to get rid of McAndrew next week, I would have gone maybe like a Cherry as well too, because he's got Richmond and West Coast coming up. But for this week, if you need a ruckman to play, Cameron will be a decent shout to go to. I feel that a lot of people won't have Cameron, so it could be like a point of difference as well too, if that makes sense. Um, uh, Turks, if make sure give us a follow as well too if you haven't already. Now you can have a look. I'll show you my team in a second as well too, so you can see which one my team is. Now let's have a look at the vice captains. You got Dacos and Bontempelli playing in the same game, so that's a conundrum here, because I would be looking for between the Bulldogs and Collingwood. I'll be looking at one of those. So I'll be looking at maybe like a Bontempelli, because Collingwood don't really tag, and then Bulldogs don't really tag either. So you could flip a coin between Bontempelli and Dacos. Personally, I've never owned Dacos myself. I'm not a big fan of Dacos because he does like get a lot of the soft ball all the times, but he does seem to always get the ball fed to him. So, and then same as Bontempelli, he's had injury reports, injury concerns, but he still seems to be turning up, and they give the ball to him a lot as well too. So, as much as I don't like Dacos, you could probably go with Dacos, and maybe put him as a vice captain, see how he goes with that. And then on the Sunday, you could have a look at going maybe when does Freo play? No, when does maybe you could have a look. Who do you have due to rest? Maybe like a Whitfield, possibly. But he probably coming back from soreness, probably not him. Maybe a Roberts. But the only concern with Roberts is he may Eagles have been doing a bit of tagging. That's the only other thing. So maybe I would put a vice captain on either Dacos or Bontempelli. Then you can loop. The good thing I say about buys, you can loop all the way up until the last game because the buy players don't lock out. So you can do your loops all around the ground as well too. So you could even with Pickett, he plays on the Sunday. You could even use him as a loophole as well too, and just trade out the Robertson out as well. All right. Um, I just wanted to rage about McDonald. Oh yes, oh yes, McDonald Degoe. Yes, I mentioned Lachlan. Welcome aboard. Yes, I did mention about Degoe beforehand. I didn't even think about that. Yes, so I mentioned about him beforehand. If you haven't got Degoe, he will be a good sneaky shot. Because let me go back to my team for a second. Here's my team. Can you see my team? There's my team now. Is that coming on the screen now? Should be on the screen. Yep, that's right. That's me. All right. So, what were you looking at? Degoe. I can't fit him on my field. I wish I could. My forward line is a bit stacked at the moment. But what I could do, this Windhager needs to go. He's been spudding up at the moment. Uh, Jordan DeGoey, his break even is 41. So you can see his break even is 41. He got 112 this week, and he's got a good fixture coming up. He's got Bulldogs this week who don't really tag. He's got Melbourne, he's got Port, then he's got Richmond, Gold Coast who don't tag. Then he goes North Melbourne, they're a bit hard, and then you got Adelaide, they're easy. So, and he's got West Coast again. So I'd say as long he'll be up until around 21, he should be all right. But he's getting a lot of mid time as well. Still going to make cash as well too. So if you haven't got the Goey, you can put him up in the forward line. And the good thing about the forward lines, most forward lines go a bit roller coaster, like 80, like 1 week 50, 1 week 100. I feel my forward lines have been quite consistent, but they're quite more pods and unique. So like Ross, Green, and Sanders are all less than 3% ownership. So if you look at my scores here, I got in Sanders this week, and he's got Collingwood this week who don't tag. So he's a decent pod. He was everywhere today. I looked at his map as well with 3 weeks before, and he seems to be playing along around the ground quite a bit. So that's why I jumped on him. But the Goey, I'd say, is probably the best valued this week because the Goey's got a break even of 41 as well too. Perfect. So get rid of Robertson, McAndrew, also Cook, and just trade into Goey, Cameron, and then Ison. I'll just have my Ison as mid-8. Yes, so that's a good idea. So the Goey is the better value forward this week. He's still pretty cheap, and he's got low break even as well too. The one I've been keeping an eye on the last 2 weeks, who's been playing out of their skin as well too, is this Bailey Williams guy from West Coast. I don't know. It says he's a matchup. He's got break even 26, and he's a ruck as well too. Before that, he's been scoring rubbish, but last 2 weeks he's I don't know what he's done. He's a different man. But I wouldn't suggest that myself personally. But just a little watch to see. He does have Cherry coming up in round 14, but he doesn't really have many hard rucks coming up. So that's just one to watch in the forward line. But I would rather go to Goey over Williams. So that's just maybe a draft suggestion. So not a classic suggestion. Um, all right. So I'm not sure what your team name is, but message me, and what I could do, I can have a look, or maybe you can just ask me a question, or maybe think of some. If you've got to head off, maybe just ask me some question, and then comment on the video, and then I can get back to you what trade you're thinking of. By the way, Aston, if you have to head off, no, that's all good. Aston, give us a follow, by the way. Now, who's up? I was generally considering with DBP. Could you have a look at my name is Hootball? Hootball. All right, Lachlan Murphy. Are you Lachlan Murphy, the one that does the AFL that I done AFL with? Um, I'm just thinking you might. Are you the Lachlan Murphy, the one from over east? Because if so, I have probably have seen you then. Mitch's mate over in Melbourne. Is that you? Football. All right. So you'll be the last one. I'll look. Football. Well, let's have a look. Football. And I'll add you to the phones. And then oh yeah, Lachlan. Surely you might be the same one. All right. Let me share this tab. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it might have been you. I was going to say because I know Lachlan Murphy, who's a Hawthorn fan as well. All right. So 39,000, 7,000 overall, 2019. You're pretty good. Top 10,000. That's pretty good. Decent. McAndrew, Ison, Gordon. All right, sweet. So let's count your buys. You got McCurcher 1, Petraka 2, Cheezel 3, Lombard 4, Murray 5. Then you got Steen 6, Robertson 7. Yeah, a lot of I'd say everyone that have Robertson. I don't have Robertson, but everyone that does have Robertson, he can go now. Especially over the next 5 weeks, you're going to get those red dots, as I mentioned before, with the other coaches. So I would get rid of Robertson. I'll get rid of Lombard and get rid of Murray. I'd say those three will be good. That way you can fix up your forward line because at the moment you've only got 1, 2, 3 forwards, especially with Steen out for the season. Actually, no, keep Lombard and get rid of Steen because Steen will be out. So go Robertson, Steen, and Murray. I'd say those three out. You got $418,000 in the bank, so money's not an issue. So yes, that would be better because at least Lombard will come back the week after. Yes, he's going to verse a harder team, but he's been getting those 60s, so he can still make a bit of cash when he comes back. Steen will be out for the season. Go get rid of Steen. And then Robertson, what's Murray's break even? Break even 46. Yeah, his cash gen is pretty much done as well too. So I'd say those three. Your midfield is fine. You can bring Murdoch up to the forward. So you can swap Murdoch, bring him up forward, and same with Jagger Smith. And then you can put Rasheshka on the field in the midfield. I would aim to try and get one of your rookies off as well too. So maybe do Murray. Have you got Ison yet? Oh, you do. Sorry, you do. Yeah, Ison's right here. Have you got Banfield yet? Let me see. No, you don't. So maybe you can get Banfield, and then you can upgrade Robertson to maybe like a primo forward as well too. So maybe like a primo forward. That will be good. All right. Thank you for your help again, man. That's all good. Yeah, no, that's all good. Yeah, make sure you give us a follow. That'll be good. Thank you. Thank you for joining as well, too. Thanks for that. I've taken Dev, Rob, and Steen for DeGoey and Banfield. Good. Yes, I like that because DeGoey will be a great fit for your team. He plus got around 14 buys. So just keep an eye on. So next week I'll count through the round 13 buys, then round 14, round 15. The good feature about this buy on the thing, you can actually go to your team. Let's have a look. I'll show you my team for again. Let me go to my team. I'll show you this. You go click here, click buys. Then I'll show you your buys as well too, which helps. But each week I will just go on and account your round 13 buys and round 14 buys and so forth. So making sure that how much you have for the week ahead. So try not. I won't have time to count a whole lot, but if you do have a look at the buys here, this will also help as well too. So this week I'm looking at doing the rookies down to more rookies, just because I feel like I've only got one rookie on the field. So obviously Butters and LDU will be out this week. So at least I can play Resco on the field. I can put Jones on the field, or I can put Goddard on the field up here. Then I can bring one of my primo mids up to here into the midfield, because I was going to trade out LDU this week, but because he got such a good score, 126, his break even was 76. So I I thought, like, all right, well, I have to keep him now. So um, and he's been pretty good. I managed to sort of, I haven't, the only midfielder I traded was last week's Sarong. I kind of kept the same six midfielders all year, because I feel that, yes, they may score not as good sometimes, but they're still consistent. And I sort of built my team around them. So that was my core where I started. I started with a really good, strong mid, and then that's where I sort of started to build around. And then also my forwards, I went really unique. I like going unique at times. So I thought, where's a good area to go unique? And I thought forwards are a good area because a lot of the main popular ones are very roller coasterly, like they either get a 50 or get 100. Whereas I felt I got more of a consistent of like a 80 to 100 most weeks. Yes, they have one bad score here and there, but at least I can experiment with my forwards there. And I feel that Ross, Sanders, and McInerney, they've all been sort of in the midfield. Same with Sheasel as well. They've all been in the midfield everywhere. So you want to try and get those forwards that spend time in the midfield. Um, and then so the probably the ones that I'm looking at, not for me. Well, I mean, for me, I would be looking at the rookies, but for players to trade in this week, I would look at maybe like a Bont. You could probably get. He's got Collingwood this week. I'd say St Kilda Hawthorn will be tricky to score. Carlton Geelong, Geelong with a Mullen tag, so just be careful of the Carlton players you bring in. Sydney Richmond. Sydney got a pretty good draw. They got Richmond this week, so you could probably look at getting some Sydney players in. Brisbane Fremantle. That's going to be tough. Bulldogs, Collingwood. They don't tag those teams, so maybe have a look at a Collingwood player, like I say, like a Goey. He'll probably be the number one trade target this week. Bulldogs, you could also, if you want a bit further, more pod, maybe like a Sanders as well. Both those teams don't tag each other, so I reckon the most points will come from the Bulldogs Collingwood game this week. And Bulldogs like to leak points to defenders, and same with the Collingwood, they leak points to defenders as well too. So I think that's going to be a points fest, that one. Melbourne GWS, GWS, tough. Melbourne, so middle of the range. West Coast and Essendon are easy to score against, but West Coast the last few weeks have been tagging, so just got to watch that. They used to be easy to score against up until about 3 weeks ago, but since they played GWS and they beat GWS, they seem to be doing their winning formula now. And this week, they also tagged one of the Josh Dacoses as well too, so that was not good either. Um, yeah, I know that. Oh, it's annoying with the who do I get for Cook? I have 1 million. All right. You could go for like a Degoe if you want some cash. Oh, well, you've got plenty of cash, I should say. Or you could go like a Bontempelli if you haven't got Bontempelli. Um, now, trying to take it. Yes. Houston's rubbish, but he's got Bulldogs this week. That's good saving grace because he's got an easy fixture. He's got Bulldogs, Melbourne, and Port Adelaide and Richmond and Gold Coast. Look at that. So he's got 5 teams in a row that don't really tag and actually do quite well for defenders. So in a way, Houston will be a luxury trade, but I would probably have to keep him. Yes, he's got a high break even, but surely he scores much better against Bulldogs. And then also he's got Richmond coming up as well too, plus Gold Coast who don't really tag as well. The only hard one looking like will be the North Melbourne. That'd be tough. And then obviously Geelong, Hawthorn and Brisbane, they'll be the tough ones too. So you could probably, yeah. If he's no, if you got no major issues, then yes, you can move out Houston. I'd say. Um, uh, yes. So you've already got Bond. Oh, yep. Sorry. I think uh, where did I put? Did I have a look at your? What's your team name again? I can't find it. I had it there. The going for price, then you can use that 200, 300,000 for next week, I would say. That'll be a good option. All right, so now I'm going to get some dessert because it's already been 2 hours. This is my longest pod ever. All right, so now my join the league. So the league for the code for the league is A49FCVSB. Make sure you give us a follow, comment below on the YouTube if you have any questions throughout the week. Follow on the Twitter, Reece FM. I'll be quieting down this week, my last sort of week, and then I get a bit more less quiet, less busy, I should say. So a bit more quieting down with the campsite work, which is good. I also my birthday is on the 6th of June, so not next week, but the weekend after. So I'm looking forward to that. And my team here is here. This is my team. So hopefully I can get back up into the top 100 again. I was 19 a few weeks back, so hopefully I can get back up top 100. I moved in the right direction this week. I like the buys, so I'll be looking at doing my rookies this week. I probably won't be doing too many primos. I might do 2 rookies, get 2 rookies in, maybe Ison and Banfield, and then I might be able to bring up Caulfield up or maybe Gray. Yeah, I'll get Gray out. I'll get Gray out. I'll get Lombard out and Doverston out. My plan was to get Goddard out, but now I can't because he got 130 and he got breaking 22. He's going to make more cash. So he's a frustrating one. He gets that 99 and he goes down and he goes up. But yeah, so I'll get 2 rookies in and I'll get a primo in, I'd say, for this week. The only downside is, as you know, with the buys, you always got to go with someone that's always going to have a buy anyway. So just keep in mind, maybe get some cash ready for next week to bring in your round 12 buy players. Then the week after, get your round 13 buy players in and 14 and so forth. Hopefully, Brisbane can do a better game against Fremantle this week. Thanks for tuning in as well. Thoughts on trades, Rankin to DeGoey, Jakes to Banfield, Coleman, Holmes. I will have a look at that once I finish this video. So maybe comment on the video below. Good work, guys. 2 hours. That's the longest one. My team name is Brisbane Rule. Don't forget to join the league. Have a great week. Good luck with your teams. If I might be able to, fingers crossed, might be able to get a chance to do a pod throughout the week. Fingers crossed. If not, then g'day, Travis. You just joined in. Wow, you just joined in. I just did 2 hours. So check the start of the place. Look out for two as well, too, Travis. Good to see you. Travis is a legend. He's one of our up and coming umpires as well, too. So I umpire with him, and he's a Richmond man. So I did talk a bit about your team as well, too. So this week, Jack Ross, he's a great player from your team to get as well. But yeah, keep up the good work, guys. Good luck with your teams. Hopefully Brisbane can do much better against Freo, and good luck with your fantasy. Thank you for joining, and go Lions.